All right, cool. Here we are. So this is our video project. So my idea for putting this in this class is that you're all musicians, and moving forward in our landscape, cultural landscape of the planet, is video is the thing. It's probably going to be the thing for a while. Probably all of you have, posted videos on social media. You're very familiar with it. But if we want to do something a little more polished, a little more pointed, we can work with video editors. And we're going to work with iMovie, which is the most basic kind of free video editing. And the principles we'll learn in this could apply to other things like Filmora or Adobe Premiere Pro, things like that. It all has the same type of idea. So what I asked you to do is bring clips for making a trailer or a practice video or a promotional video. So something like that. And I know Claire asked last time, can we get some examples? And these are literally everywhere on YouTube. So I just clicked on the one at the top I just went to youtube.com and my signing in myself, and we'll watch this at the end after I show you some things. So, because I don't want to watch the polished one first. Like, don't ever do that. Don't watch something super polished and then try to go make your video. Like, get your ideas first and then go look. Oh, okay. That's my advice. It's like why if you're a jazz player, you don't listen to Coltrane and then try to go practice improvising. Like, save that for after you've practiced. So this is due next week, and we're looking for a 2 to 3 minute video. So shorter video. And the minimum requirements, so 2 to 3 minute length, 2 to 3 still images. I'll show you, I'm going to do a mock-up of like the beginning of my own promotional video. 4 to 6 video clips. So that just means 4 to 6 moments. They could all come from the same concert, right? Clips just means a shot. So 4 to 6 shots. Of course, if you have a variety of clips, maybe some of you talking or playing, or even kind of stock footage like a street corner, if it relates somehow to your narrative, then that can work too. At least 2 clips of audio separated. So I want you to employ kind of the talk over technique, which I'll show you how to do. 3 to 5 titles. And this is really helpful in especially a promotional video leading to people. What are you saying? What are you talking about? I'll show you how to do fades and transitions. This is what makes the videos look very polished, is if you have transitions between your scenes. And 3 instances of panning or cropping. And I just want you to have experience doing that so that you know how that feature works and can work with it in your film techniques. So you might have to go, iMovie might not be on your desktop or in your dock. So if you push F4, it opens up this applications. I don't know if any of you ever seen this on Mac before. Maybe you haven't. F4 opens up everything on your computer. So you might have to do that to go to iMovie. So you open up iMovie, and I asked you all to have a folder, bring stuff and put it on the drive so that you can access it. What I would have you do is drop that folder onto your desktop. This is what I did, of your media, so that you have it here. So you don't have to go digging in your Google Drive because video's heavy, right? This folder I dropped on here is like 1.6 gig just in the video stuff. Well, I have some video and audio and still pictures. So do that so you can work locally off your computer. And then, of course, it'll still be on the drive if you ever need to go get it as a backup or whatever. All right, so when you open up iMovie, you'll get a page like this, and you'll click Create Movie, woo, and you'll get a timeline that looks like this. And I did a practice before class, so it already put in all my media, but you'll use this arrow button here, and which is the symbol for import. And that'll take you to where you can go to your desktop and you can find that folder where all your media is. So the video I'm going to make for you right now is a promotional video for a new sheet music release. And I played this on a live stream concert. So I downloaded the whole hour live stream and I chopped it up into the segment where I play my piece. I added some pictures of the sheet music. I just took that off my PDF score. I made a little talk track where I talk a little bit about it. What else did I do? And I animated my own logo. You can do this if you want. I can show you how to do it. Or you can just have, if you want to work with some other just general imagery, you can do that too. So that's what I'm going to do. You'll just click import and it'll go in here as is, like you see it here. What's nice about this viewer is that, do you see how I can click on a piece of media and I can actually kind of scroll and see, like if I click play. I kind of get an idea of where, I want to use my stuff. And you can actually, if you want to trim up here and add just that portion, like if okay, it's going to be, this is particularly helpful if you have like a 10-minute thing and you only want a minute, you see these little handles I'm grabbing, you can trim it up and then click the little plus button to add that to the track. Or you can straight away add the whole thing to the track by dragging it like that. There's my husband, Andrew. I'm actually going to undo that. What I want to do first is I'm going to add a background. And I'm just going to add, my logo is white, so I'm going to add a white background to start with so that I can put my title. I'm going to call this Local Valse. That's the name of my piece. And I want you to just pick one of these standard titles in here. Actually, I think, where did I had a cool one, Pixie Dust. So when you add a title, you can actually click on it and click play and see what it does. This up here. So. Ooh, so it'll be like that. Okay, so you get the idea. You can see how it's going to be. I'm going to just drop that in right above my white thing. And you can see I can drag both titling and my box. 4 seconds that's going to be like a way too long of a title, maybe 2 seconds. Thumbs up. And I want this to say, I'm going to double click and then I can edit the title. So this is going to be Local Valse, the name of my piece. And if I select the text, I can go up here. This is where all your editing functions are, up here in this box. And I'm going to change this to a red color. This opens up a little color palette. And I'm actually going to get fancy. I know my hex code for my own logo color, and I'm going to match my text to that. 3141P. Hex codes are just a red, green, blue combination of, it's a type of color scheming. So, and I always try to match things to my own logo if I'm going to have text. So space bar does the, well, and it didn't do it. Let me try again. C3141B. Oh, I see. Psych. Okay, hold on. Hex color C3141B. Okay. And, oh, did you do it? Yay. Okay. So you got to press enter, or it doesn't do it. So can you space bar to play your video. So I want to make sure this is animated. Logo balls. Woo, there you go. Maybe a little bit longer. They have like kind of a preset thing. So I get the splash. Woohoo. Okay. Then now I'm going to go back to my media. So you can see in this left-hand side, we have my media, audio, video. This is if you want to add sound effects, which maybe you do. Titling. So there's a variety of just regular titling and stuff with a little more animation. Backgrounds, if you want to do background color, and transitions. This is your scene to scene transitions. So I'm going to start with this long 5-minute thing of me playing. I'm going to drop that in. And I do a little introduction in the live stream with my mic. You can use Command minus and Command plus like we did in Finale and Pro Tools to make, do you see how it's making the timeline bigger and smaller? So I kind of want to keep this all in the same scene. You can also see in my sound wave down here where I start to play. So I'm going to push right there, the playhead, and the command to cut a clip is Command B. So you can think of break, Command B. So that creates a cut. See how we did that? We did cuts like in Pro Tools, right? So in iMovie, it's Command B. And so I'm going to start right here and see what that's. It's pretty nice. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of this for now stuff before. Do you see this little little tiny button that looks like a little round wheel here? I mean, you can probably even see that. This is the audio fade. So if you want to add a little fade, you can just drag that over if you want to add a fade in so you don't have like a pop and click in your beginning. All right, so far we have that. But let's put, so we have our title, and now I'm going to put my animated logo overlay myself so that it starts with the logo with the playing. Logo balls. And then I start the next phrase. That's where I'm going to cut the video. So I'm going to trim that up. Command plus to make it bigger. You can see I start the phrase right here. So I'm going to actually make a cut there. Command B so that I can trim that off. There we go. Great. Let's see. Great. So wouldn't it be nice now if this had a nice little, it just kind of cuts to it. What if I added a fade? So this is an opportunity to add a transition. Let's try fade to white and see how that works. I'm going to just, do you see how I dragged it in between the two clips? There's like a little spot. There's a little vertical dark line. That's where you can add your transitions. Let's see. Everyone see it? A little fade. Let myself finish the phrase. So maybe now, since I have, this would be a good moment. I have the music. I have the first page of music. Let's see if I can coordinate this with my playing. So since I learned this piece, I know where that is. Okay, it's like the second line. So let's drag that in. I'm going to drag in the music. I'm actually going to drag this over the top. So this has some what we call panning on it. And to set that up, you click on, since this is a still image, it's a really nice thing to do if you put in a still image is to put some panning or cropping, because otherwise it just looks like, I'm going to just do fit. it would just look like this, right? Okay, I'm just looking at a piece of music. What am I looking at? So panning and cropping allows in the video for a viewer to eyes be drawn to something. So I'm going to try to pan and crop to that moment. The pan crop tool is this, it looks like a natural sign up here. And the Ken Burns, so if you get fancy, super fancy video editing, they give you all kinds of options, but this one has just very simple things. So the Ken Burns is when it goes from one spot and goes to the next. So do you see how there's like a starting box and then you can click on the ending box and they're labeled and the arrow shows you the motion. So let's do, since this goes from maybe like right here, and then it goes over here, and let's just see what that looks like. Okay, that's okay. It's not perfect, but something like that, right? Where it kind of focuses in and then goes. So that's the technique. So I want you to do that. That'll add a lot of richness to your video visually, especially if you have a music score or you're explaining something. All right, so then as we go, now I'm going to add my talk over. So this is my talking. I'm going to add this underneath here. And my talking is, oops, that's the wrong one. It's this one. Oh, the one that says Localvol's talk track. Look at my own stuff. Okay. All right, let's see what it sounds like. I wrote Localvol's with a couple of inspirations. One, my love of polyrhythms and of South American flute style, and my love of J.S. Bach. Okay, so that's cool, but it's kind of competing with the audio. So one of the techniques in directions is how to duck audio. So audio ducking is when if someone starts talking, all the rest of the audio goes whoosh behind them, right? You've heard it a million times in videos, like professional made videos, and you hear it on TV too. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut my audio track. Command B to make the cut. And I'm going to make an exact cut as well on the video that is framing it. So I'm going to make cuts to go right around it like that. And then what we do is you select the audio track, the talking track, and then we go up to the speaker icon and we select, which is where you can control the audio, lower volume of other clips. And to the right is mute. I wish that it would show that, but you can see, like, if I take it all the way to the right, do you see how my audio disappeared in my other track? I go all the way to the left, the audio in the other track goes all the way up. So I'm going to duck it. I don't know, almost to the right. We'll see. Then you can see how it's working. You can kind of play with this. I wrote Localvol's with a couple of inspirations. One, my love of polyrhythms and of South American flute style, and my love of J.S. Bach. I'm going to do it one level lower. One level more. Okay. Localvol's with a couple of and this is too loud, yeah? It's like, ah! So you can actually just grab the audio track. I'm going to just take it down a little bit. Do you see? Take the audio down. I wrote local valse with a couple of inspirations. One, my love of polyrhythms and of South American flute style, and my love of J.S. Bach. And then, do I have my J.S. Bach moment? I don't think I have it in the music, but actually this is my kind of Bach sounding moment anyway, right after. So it goes on. Then maybe here I can put a little bit of the cover. And this one I added some Ken Burns going from top to bottom. So like people can see like what my, publishing of my covers look like. And maybe a little bit longer. It was a little fast. So. And I'm going to add a transition there because that was a little bit abrupt. So I'm going to do fade to white. So when it's done, it pops back in. Great. One thing I would add that I didn't do in the beginning, I think I need a title like, okay, local valse. Well, so what? What is this? I would add a title. Somewhere around here, like in the beginning, right? This is sort of like hooks you in, I'm playing. Maybe I would add it even on top of this sheet music. So something like this. I'll just do a very, that one's super ugly. I don't like that one. Let's do something like this one. This one's acceptable. So Loco Valse. Carmen Murray, and then you're not going to see white on white, so we'll just do black. There's a bunch of different color pickers. You can do that. Black. Can you do black? You have to pick the color first. Black. Can you do black? Pretty please. Can you do black? How about licorice? Okay. What am I doing wrong? How to apply color. Okay, now it's black. Oh, now it's white. Now it's black. Okay, so I just pushed enter. I select the color and push enter. So when you're doing yourself, so you don't have the same gimpy thing as me. Okay, Carmen Murray. There we go. And let's make this, can we make this bold? Yeah, so it kind of stands out against a little bit. And then, so maybe we'll make this a little longer, do the timing. So you're getting the idea of how you can start to overlay this stuff. I think that should come in sooner. People can have more time to read it. I'm going to keep it and it fades. I wrote local valse with, okay. So yeah, give you an idea of how to work with all this stuff. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, so when you go to export this, you go to projects and you name your movie. So I'm going to call this Loco Valse in Class. Click OK. I did a practice one earlier. And then to share it, you go to Share Project and you make a file. So files like how you save it, and it'll save it. Description, click Next, and you'll save it. Save it to your computer. Then what I want you to do for this project is I want you, because this will help you out with the live stream project next class, I want you to upload it to your GRCC YouTube. So once you sign in to just like you're signing into your email, but then you go to youtube.com and you'll still see your little logo over here. You can go and actually look at your channel. You'll see, you might, if you haven't uploaded any videos, this will be empty. But then you go to this little icon, Create and Upload Video. And you'll select your file. So let's see, did I export? I'll just do something else that was here. Select your file, and you've probably seen me do this. This is what I do for class when I upload stuff. This is pretty self-explanatory. There's just a couple things you got to make sure. Make sure you click no, it's not made for kids. YouTube has some restrictions now on videos, like you have to claim that it is or is not for children. So just click no, and then your video won't have anything restricted about it. And make sure that it's either public or unlisted. If you don't want people to see it for whatever reason, you can just do it unlisted and it won't be shared, but you'll still be able to share a link with me. So I'm going to just X out of that. And I don't actually want it to upload that. So delete forever. Then when you share it with me, the best way to share YouTube links is not from the URL. Like, don't share up here. You can, but do you see how there's extra coding and stuff? The best way, cleanest way is to actually go to the video and click share. And this is the link you want to use when you share videos with people. You can copy that, and then you'll paste that into Blackboard. All right, let's look at this. This is actually the first video that was just in my sidebar. And so let's just compare now. What this video does is pretty much the same techniques we just looked at. Logo with music overlaid. Nice transition. Shows us the sheet music, person, titling, with a fade in and a fade out on the title and a fade on the picture.
I have a surprise for you, and that is that I actually owned the facsimile of all the Chopin preludes. Can you imagine opening with his own writing? It's awe-inspiring. So here is the prelude. He writes very clearly so that you can actually read it right from the manuscript. Now, the prelude right before this one ends with two G major
different shot, right? Upshot from the piano
chords. So if I were going to play all of the preludes without pause.
Okay, blah, blah, blah. So this shot is interesting. They put an overlay of the sheet music underneath, which is kind of nice. And I can show you how to do this in iMovie if you want to do it. You just use a split screen. That's what it's called. Okay, so that's already 2 minutes into the video. That's the basic idea of what we're doing. We're doing like a shorter one. This is 45 minutes, but later on he has, different things on the side to explain what he's doing, a little bit different score view, but all the same sort of kind of explanation of Chopin's music. All right, Are you ready to make your movie? Okay, let's get it.